Okay, so what I have for sale here is a Dell Latitude E6320 laptop. I got it for school. I'm just finishing up now, so I don't need this laptop anymore. I'd love to keep it, but I do have two laptops, so I'm just going to get rid of it. This one actually I completely refurbished, and I'll explain to you all the stuff that's been done to it and what it's capable of doing. The first thing I'm going to notice, or what you're going to notice when you see it, is its size. Now, I'm going to put it next to my other laptop, which is a regular size Dell laptop. And you'll notice that it just kind of dwarfs in comparison, right? Like it's only 13 inches across, I believe 13.3 inches across. So it's a small laptop. Not too small, you can't type on it, but small enough where I can put it in a backpack or whatever. This is a laptop case for a 14-inch laptop. You'll notice even if I put it on top of that, it's fairly small. The only thing that might poke out now is this battery, which you don't even have to use. I bought an extended battery to put on here, right, which is capable of doing, gives you a good several hours of battery life right there. And on the back here, there's actually a port that you can use not only to run two screens on top of the laptop screen, so you can plug it into more screens, but you can get one of these batteries here. They're really easy to find online. Plug it in, and that'll give you about another 14 hours of battery life. At this point, like, you could take a trip. I mean, I never took a charger to school. I went to university, came back, still had a few hours left, and I've been using it all day, right? So you get that, and on top of that, if you really don't ever want to use a charger for a weekend or two at a time, this laptop, like, it just has so many cool features. So if you push this button here, the CD drive will come right out, and you can put a battery into there too. So that'll give you probably like 2 or 3 days worth once you've used up all of those 3 battery things. On top of that, it also has a removable hard drive for safety. So let's say you're going somewhere, you don't want someone to read your hard drive, you can just take it out, take it with you, right? It's also got all types of e-cards and whatnot you can read. So you can go on Dell's website and see if you're, extra techy. I believe this can run an extra video card externally. You got a SD card reader. I mean, there's a little space saver in there right now, which you get. Usually these don't even come with these anymore. If people drop them, they've fallen out, but I've taken really good care of this thing. You also notice it's got HDMI, it's got USBs all over the place. You can plug in the internet if you want. Completely refurbished, and what I mean by that is I had the whole thing taken apart. I had to actually replace the motherboard to increase the processor speeds. And this thing now is faster than my brand new Dell laptop, which is pretty damn good. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. The screen is a regular laptop screen with a matte finish, right? It's rubberized here. The laptop's keyboard was actually replaced too. I replaced this keyboard with a spill-proof keyboard just because I'm a bit of a klutz, and I don't like to drink coffee at university while I'm working, and if I ever dropped a coffee on it, what happens right now if you were to do that, and the beauty of it is I never actually did, but what happens is it just runs out the sides through these boards. So you could actually spill a coffee on it. The volume keys are outside, which is beautiful for a university student. So let's say you're, watching a video, or a video starts playing, or you open the laptop up and the last thing you were watching starts playing, you just quickly press the mute button and it's done, right? You can adjust the volume buttons right here. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's got scroll here too, so it's got that little knob with the extra mouse buttons. It's also got the pad here. Everything's rubberized, waterproof, indestructible. This laptop is a rock. It doesn't really need a case. It is a case in its own. This thing's made of metal. I don't know if you can tell. This is all aluminum. Aluminum hinges. Look at the size. These are about 1 inch each. That shit's never gonna break. You got, if you take a look at these screws. They're. I mean, when I took this thing apart to refurbish it, I was amazed at these screws. They look like they're airplane quality screws. They're extremely well built. Like, this is a solid laptop. Even the bottom, now this might look like black plastic to you, it's not. This is magnesium. This is all metal. Nothing on this is gonna break. So you can drop this thing. In fact, it has a special drop proof feature that was ordered from Dell. So I don't know what that does, but I think it must include all this extra guarding and whatnot. I mean, you can still put it into a case if you like, but finding a 13-inch case isn't all that easy. Anyway, yeah, this thing's up for sale. The only reason I'm selling it again is because I have another Dell laptop, and it's just ridiculous at this point. My wife's yelling at me, asking me why I have two, and I don't really have a good reason. So since I'm hanging out at home, I'm going to go with the bigger screen, keep that, and sell the smaller screen. Shoot me an email. If you have any questions, I'll answer.